Okay, so today we are going to do phase one of the YZ125X transformation. So we will see a before and after of it. I'm going to got some guards for the swing arms, some guards for the frame, and something else. I got plastics, but there's something else. I don't know if I'm doing the plastics today or not. But anyway, this is what she looks like now. Oh, a guard for the muffler. Still don't really love the big ding in the muffler. That's kind of annoying. And I feel like I should wash this thing, but it didn't get washed. Got a 2011 250 fender on the front at the moment. Just because I like that fender better. So if you don't like it, that's fine, but I do. But yeah, the plastics are kind of beat up. So I just got some different plastics, and I'll save these for if I want to just rock the blue look at some point. I still got the fender obviously for the front. But yeah, this is the before, and I'll show you the after. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to install is the Polysport frame guard, and I've never put these on before, so we'll see how easy or hard it is. There is a little QR code, but yeah, we're going to give this a go first, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done, assuming I can make it work. Okay, got the frame protection on, and it was semi-easy. These are the tools you're going to need. This tool here will take off your brake lever. This is the size, I would read it to you, but I can't see that good. You're going to need for the smaller bolt, and this is the size you need for the larger bolt. I used this and this to get the spring off. And I used this to kind of help crank my little shorty Allen wrench, and then wire cutters. So let's take a look at how it looks. Holly, look. So we'll start over here. This side's cake easy. Like, this is the easiest thing I've ever done on a dirt bike, next to fall over. Put your little grommet in there on the other side, snap that in, and zip tie goes right here. I put it to the back and cut it so you can't see it. This other side was a little bit more of a bear. I'm gonna give you a pro tip that I got a pro tip and I totally ignored. Apparently, on the back side of this bolt right here is a cotter pin, and it makes it so much easier to take this out if you remove the cotter pin. I just used brute force strength and broke the cotter pin. Actually, I broke the bolt a little bit. You might can see back in there. Let's see if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. I can't see the screen. But, you know, I knew it was there and still did it anyway because I are dumb. Anyway, you got to take this off because you got to slide that in there. It's got like a little indentation that goes into that. And you can't put it on with the brake lever there. So I moved that. You got a zip tie here, put it toward the back, and then a zip tie here. This one I would like to be a little tighter, but I mean, the guard's tight, so I think it'll do. And then there's where you put the bigger washer thing, little grommet with the washer, and that's the bigger, not the bigger Allen wrench, it's the medium size. So that's the biggest, medium size, the other side is a small. So yeah, so that's what it looks like on. Not too shabby. So we will go next to the swing arm, and I will show you the end result and what tools it took, assuming I can get it on. Okay, so I got one on so far, and I went under the chain guard here in here and pulled it to the back, and then here's kind of underneath as well. Wasn't hard really at all. Just getting to that right here was a little tough. But before I put the other one on, I put this is kind of how I'm running it. I put the little vibration strip, kind of a low to high thing. I don't know if I should have put that on first and then put the vibration strip on, because there is zero, I mean zero instructions in the bag with this. That is the kind of the instructions you get with the frame guards. At least it tells you where to put, you know, the zip ties, but this one has nothing. And I tried going to the QR code that's on the bag, but it just takes you to the website so you can buy more stuff. So I don't really know on that, but I mean, she's on there. Get it centered up for you. It's kind of how she looks. And they give you a ton of zip ties. Like I've got 4 extra, so I guess not a ton, but I suppose it's so that when you go to clean it or something, you can just put it back, because they are pretty big zip ties, and they're not just like something you would have in your toolbox. I don't have any that big. I mean, I've had them that big before, but you know, so they exist. I just didn't do anything. So it kind of made me nervous, because like, oh, am I missing a zip tie spot? But I'm not. I think they give you 4 extra to do it. I used some mineral spirits to clean the swing arm before I put it on there. Not that it matters, but you know, I should have washed the bike first, to be honest, because this is how it was when I got it. I haven't even really ridden it yet, but I still got to set the sag. I have heard it run, but I haven't ridden it. So I should have cleaned it, but I'm kind of fighting this potential rain that's coming. So I just wanted to get this knocked out, but I'm gonna get the other one on. Okay, so I already see a problem with this. It's touching right here. Should I have taken this brake off? I mean, I can't, because I just got this on. Like, I don't know, because it's very tight, and I can't get it to, because the back you got to slide. You can't just slide it over, because you got a groove here, so it's got to slide up behind it. So you kind of need to put it against it and slide it forward. But I don't know how to get this in there. And also, there's a zip tie in there. I mean, you can see how far I got to go with this hole, but this hole's ginormous. I'm wondering if he's sitting the wrong one. Let me check the bag. Okay, so it does say on here, swing arm protectors Yamaha YZ0824 WR250F 11 to 14. So maybe it's fine. Maybe it's just all YZs that are not 4-stroke. So now I've got a conundrum. I tried to take this off with that, and these are tighter than a tick. Can't get any leverage with a little screwdriver. My longer screwdriver's banging at the top, so I can't go straight in. Don't want to strip them, but I don't really think that's catching. It's this. Should you put the swing arm on first so you can take all that apart? I don't know. I didn't really notice that, but it's hitting in the bottom. I don't know. I may just try to, I don't know how I'm gonna do this yet. It's hitting like right at the bottom of the brake reservoir, right there. Huh. Okay, well, let's do some figuring. Okay, she's on. And it's got two spots, one way up in there and one right there that you got zip ties. Here are the tools necessary for installing this, at least on a 125X. Wire cutters, hammer, rubber hammer, mallet. So you're asking, like, whoa, what did you do the rubber mallet for? Well, I basically slid it on and then just beat on it to get it to wedge back up in there, because it has this little lip where the zip tie is, like right there, if you can see it or not. And it was getting hung behind that, so I just kind of pushed on it and then gave it a whack with the rubber mallet, and it went. And once it got past it, it's fine, because it tapers so much where it bolts to the frame, and the guard is very narrow right there, so you've already got like both sides of this pushing against it, plus that little knuckle. But yeah, that was a little bit of a bear, but you know what, I think it looks cool, and it's gonna, all the times I fall down, it'll keep the frame getting all scratched up. Also, this is kind of why I wanted to get it for my 250F, is I like to change plastics. Like, I'll have a blue bike for a while, for 6 months, and then I'll change it to white, because when you own a bike for a very, very long time, which I've owned my 2011 since 2011, you acquire different plastics for it. So I might run a black bike, I might run a white bike, I might run a blue bike, and I've got graphics for each one, but the swing arm graphics are different. So if I had swing arm protectors on the 250F, I could just put the decals on it, take those off, put a different set of, I could put white on there if I got the white bike, or, you know, black, because I'm going to have black plastics on this one, blue. You know, it just kind of, you could save your stickers, and when you just change it out. And you might, why do you keep changing it out? Well, because I can't afford to just keep buying new bikes. And sometimes when your bike looks different, it feels different, and you ride it different. I don't know. It makes sense in my head. But the one thing I don't love, got a little dirty right there, I don't love about the swing arm is it's kind of like a matte black, whereas actually it's more like a flat black, whereas the swing arm, the frame protector, is more of a matte or a semi-gloss, I would say. So it's a little weird, but you know, it's not too bad. It's better than that bright aluminum mess. So yeah, I wish that you could tell, like, the zip tie versus what color it is. So I don't know, but I just didn't want to go blue, because, you know, even if I have a blue bike, it's a lot of blue. I like the blue, but I don't know. So next we have a Polysport. I'll show you. All right, next up I've got the Polysport Armadillo muffler cover. Now, full disclosure, the main reason I wanted to get this is because this ding just bothers me. But then I realized that, oh, it's not even going to cover that, because it's more the lower pipe to the upper pipe, so it'll still be visible. So I may at some point change this exhaust out anyway. But you know, it's not bad to have something like this, I don't think, because these pipes get banged up pretty good, and I mean, everybody I know that's got a two-stroke's got a dinged up pipe. So I figure we'll just give it a go. If it looks dumb and doesn't really function worth anything, I'll just take it off. It's like literally like 3 or 4 O-rings, so you know, not a big deal. But we'll see what it looks like, and if it looks good, cool. If it don't, I don't know. I also was thinking too, maybe not, but when I was young, I had an XR80, 78, I think, or 79, and it had an exhaust pipe that came out as a 4-stroke, but it came out like right here on the side. And I burned my leg as a kid, like really bad. Missed a pool party because of it. It was really annoying. So I'm thinking maybe at least having that, if you accidentally touch it, it won't be scorching hot and melt your flesh. I don't know, but we're going to put it on and see what it looks like. So I'll let you know again how hard it was. But going back to this, aside from trying to get it behind that brake reservoir, it was easy. This was the easiest thing I've ever done to a bike. Well, actually, frame guard's the easiest thing I've ever done to a bike. Next, I don't know. But yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just like, I've always heard like throttle side's harder. I did get some handguards coming. They are on back order. But I need to get more grips. I forgot to order grips, so it doesn't really matter. And I've got levers. So we may get to the levers today. And that will be complete phase 1 of the transformation from someone else's bike to my bike. So anyway, for now, muffler guard. Okay, I got it on. Tools needed for this job. I used a little rubber mallet to help kind of shape the fins. Small Allen wrench to put the screws there, and I just use a socket to tighten up the clamps because it's just easier than trying to use a screwdriver. Now, it has 2 different sets of instructions. You can use these little brackets, which moves it away from the pipe just a little bit, or option 2, you can just flush mount it. It says for extreme riding. I don't do extreme riding. I'm just kind of starting this whole woods thing, so I'm not very good. I've got a single track, and I've just started, learning. So I'm not extreme by any means, and it's not even that hard of a single track. But anyway, here's the armadillo thing. So it did actually come up. I wasn't really sure where to put it, because you can't put it but so here because you got the springs and whatnot. I could have slid it up just a smell. But it looks a little wild. I mean, it's kind of Mad Maxy looking. I don't really hate it. I got to do something about these extra tabbers right here. But it did end up covering the dent pretty good. So at least I don't have to look at it for a while until I can get another pipe. I don't need to spend any more money on it until I ride it some. But and I don't think it hurts the performance the way that dent was, so I'm just gonna, it's definitely not gonna hurt it from me. But anyway, yeah, that's on there. I feel like I could shape it just a little better. Maybe I might try to massage it a little bit, but it's kind of got a unique look to it, I will say. So that's the main 3 things I wanted to get done today. I may try to tackle a brake lever. I don't know yet. Maybe. Alright, next up, I'm going to try to install these flow. Which ones are these? These are the Pro 160. And this one is also, should be also Pro 160, is it? It is. Okay, so we're going to give those a go, because I'd never really liked stock levers at all. I don't love the color of those. I'm going to be straight up and honest. Should have got the black. But here we are. So we're going to see how hard this is. Well, that could have been the easiest thing I've done all day. That was literally nothing. Very easy. I've done ASV levers before, and it was a little more of a challenge. But yeah, this is pretty good. I kind of hate that I don't have the dust cover for the flow, but this one still works. It's a newer bike. It's 25, so like I said, not loving the color, but I am loving. Look at this crud. So I get some grips. I am loving the ease of that. That was probably the easiest thing I've done all day. So this is the tools you need right there. Those 2 things, and the Allen key to adjust it. I was like, there's no instructions. Doesn't need to be. Huh. So I got my old one. lever here. I'm just going to put it back in the old flow box, so that way if I need it, I can have it. All right, well, that was also easy. This is I'm a little surprised at how easy this was. I've changed them on my 250F, and it was a royal pain to do it. But it could be because I had the cold start lever or hot start lever rather, and I changed the whole perch out. So maybe that's why this was easy. But I just changed some on my Supermoto, and it wasn't this easy. So yeah, like I said, don't love the color, but these things are supposed to do weird things, but I don't know if they do, like up and down. I don't think they do. Maybe they do. Oh yeah, I guess they do. Huh. Go down? Doesn't go down, but goes up. Okay, well, good enough. And does this one go up and down too? I wouldn't think it does. Oh yeah, so it does. Don't go down though. That's all right. Clutch feels pretty good. Brake feels squishy. I mean, I kind of lifted the tire up and it stops it fine, but it's definitely squishier than, feels pretty squishy. So I don't know. But it seems to be doing okay. But yeah, so this has been phase 1 of making someone else's bike mine. I don't know if there'll be 2 phases or 3 phases. Not real sure. But yeah, got some black plastics that goes on it. I'm not going to do that today. I mean, I could, but I'm not. And I don't know. Got some graphics and some handguards. And going to be grips, which I'm going to get those ODI locking grips. I'll tell you what, that's like, it's a pain to take these other ones off, but once you get them off, and it's easy to swap those. So I'm just going to, that's what I've got it on 2 of my bikes. I really like them, so I'm just going to keep rolling them. And I guess I could technically wash this thing. Maybe I should do that. But thanks for watching me struggle. And I would say the easiest thing that I did all day was to change to this clutch lever. Well, over here. That was hands down the easiest thing I did all day. The second easiest thing I did all day, probably the brake lever. I did have to trim the corner right there. My ASV is the same way. It hits that reservoir, and I just don't like that, so I just trim it just a little bit. So brake lever, second easiest thing. Third easiest thing, probably, I'm gonna say the frame mounts. No, yeah, frame mount. This side, probably one of the easiest things I've done all day. Also, between, I'd say it would be 1, 2, 3. 4 is going to be this armadillo macro dath. I don't really know what you do with it, but it's a little pipe protection thing. Just because it's the little O clamps are a little aggravating, so that's kind of why it gets the neck spot. Then this one, because you've got to take the brake pedal lever off. I didn't realize that I did. I forgot there was a stupid cotter pin on the back. Made it a little difficult. If you know it's a cotter pin, that's probably the easiest. And then lastly would be this piece, because it's got to go up behind that thing. So I think if I did this again, I would take that brake assembly off, put that on, and then go with this side. I think it's what I would do. But you can do what you want, because it's your bike. And I'm not paying for your bike, so you can do what you want. But anyway, phase 1, Thanks for watching.